Yeah, I am not kidding. Here's a real-time follower tracker of KSI's followers here on TikTok. He is currently losing a follower every single second. And if you do the math, that means that he will likely lose roughly around 80,000 followers today.
So we all know that KSI has left the Sidemen, how he made the sad video and said that he wants to spend some time with his family.
Over the last few years, I felt myself being pulled in a lot of directions than ever before. Between everything else in my life, I feel like I've been running at full speed at 100 miles an hour. I spent so long trying to be everything for everyone.
We also have seen how he spends his time with his family by imitating MrBeast.
Oh my God. Was that an octopus? What was that? Oh, mate. I think it's an octopus. Oh! Was that a fist? Oh my, nah. What the f is that, bro? Wait, I think I know what it was. Was it a cake? Oh, what the hell? What is that? Was that a sponge? You know, was that a finger? Hey! Nah, man. Oh my God, it's a bummer, yeah.
Copying MrBeast style videos and thinking that somehow he will surpass MrBeast. Who, if you don't know, now has 500 million subscribers.
Wait, we're about to hit it? We're about to hit it? What? Whoa! There we go! 500 million subscribers, 500 million. Confetti, woo! Confetti. Yes, thank you, team. 500 million, guys. This is freaking insane.
Yes, KSI thinks that he can surpass him because one of his brain rot short videos got like 90 million views.
$1 katana. Yeah, useless. $10 katana. Bro, it broke. $100 katana. Jeez. $1,000 katana. Nah, that's lit. $50,000 katana. Subscribe if you think I'm gonna cut through all four. Like if you think I'm not.
This was the situation up until now, but we have an update. Now his fans are turning against him and people are literally unsubscribing from him as he is losing hundreds of thousands of followers every day. And you might know that he was flexing that he was getting more views than the Sidemen.
I'm trying to compete with him, bro.
With Jimmy.
Uh-huh.
You're setting pace on camera right now.
Yeah, but I mentioned the Sidemen boys. I'm gonna get more subscribers than Sidemen. And I'm also gonna get more views than Sidemen. So I've got more views than Sidemen in a month. So now I just need to get more subscribers. Yeah.
Congrats on the views, bro. You said that you would get how many in a month?
I said I'll get over 100 million.
And you did it.
And I did it, yeah.
With like 6 days to spare.
Yeah. Lots of days to spare, yeah. Thank you, man. So
but when it's good stats, let's see.
For May, I got about 148 million on just shorts views. Yeah. And then video views is about 38.9.
Damn.
Yeah.
Now the bubble has popped and he is getting fewer views on his main channel than a Sidemen reaction channel. And the news article has come out which explains why he left the Sidemen. And the reason is not because he wanted to spend time with his family. Watch till the end because this situation has gotten crazier. Firstly, let's begin from the beginning. If you guys don't know, KSI just uploaded a video and said that he was leaving the Sidemen.
Today, 31st of May, will be my final Sidemen video.
This video was the turning point of his life for the 100th time, because he has messed up multiple times in the past, but this one was the worst decision he ever made. This video was how even Sidemen members found out that KSI was leaving, because they released a statement saying that they are shocked that KSI has left the Sidemen. This is the statement they dropped. So yeah, KSI just thought one day while taking a shit that probably it's a good idea to leave a group that he was a backbone of for 13 years. Like, you can't expect the Sidemen without KSI. KSI. He's in all of its thumbnails, videos, and products. Without him, the group loses its spark. At least that's what he thought. Because despite him leaving, the Sidemen are still uploading videos and getting the same amount of views they used to get before KSI left. And people in the comments are happy that he left. Like, look at these comments. Support the boys. People surely are supporting the boys because the views are the same. And the like to dislike ratio is pretty positive. Unlike KSI's videos where dislikes are way higher than the likes. I guess KSI really left the Sidemen for nothing. And a lot of people are happy to see Sidemen continue their videos. And some people who are not watching the Sidemen are going to watch them just to support the boys. I can't express how happy I am to continue to see Sidemen Sunday this week. We all are here to support the Sidemen. It's on to bigger and better things for the group now. We are there to support you no matter what, and it will be better than ever. We need to make this the most watched Sidemen Sunday ever. I feel like KSI will entirely regret his decision, not gonna lie. I'm sure KSI will definitely regret his decision, and maybe he'll even try to come back, just like he did before. Because if you guys don't know, KSI had left the Sidemen a few years ago.
Obviously, this is not an easy video to make. Obviously, as you can tell by the title of the video, I'm no longer with the Sidemen. I will be going solo, I guess. Yeah. Why I'm leaving Sidemen? Mainly because of Ethan. I'd say he was the main reason I'm leaving. Can't stand him. Now, I'm not going to be switching sides. I'm not going to be on anyone's team. I'm not going to Team 50 or whatever the fuck that is. I'm going to be chilling with Rice for now. And yeah, that's it. Obviously, you know, I love the guys. The guys will always be in my heart, no matter what. But, you know, all good things come to an end, I guess. I mean, if that Ethan wasn't there, then obviously everything would be fine, but it is what it is.
And he just came back after that situation. I guess this entire situation back then was just so that they could make a diss track on each other and gain views. Anyways, this was the funniest comment I found on the Sidemen video. KSI hid really well this video. Great to see him put actual effort into hide and seek for once. This was the top comment of the video, and as you can guess, it was a hide and seek video. And this comment was not the funniest part of it. The replies are crazy, bro. Nah, mate, he was out in the open at 123, and if you see the timestamp from 123, you can see a pig in the video. That is straight up humiliation, bro. And remember that KSI brought it on himself. He did not have to leave the Sidemen like that. Nonetheless, he uploaded a video on his channel which is like a pop the balloon challenge, and it got like 200,000 views, whereas he used to get at least 2 million views even in his Reddit reaction videos. And remember that the production cost of these videos is very much higher than making a try not to laugh or just reacting to a Reddit post. The fall off is crazy here. And you can also see the like to dislike ratio. It's not adequate. And also the video is not bad. It is a video with good production and it's pretty good. But still people are hating on him because of what he has done. So the plan of him surpassing MrBeast doesn't seem to happen, purely because his fans have turned against him. People are not only roasting him in the comments, they are even unfollowing him from all platforms.
KSI is now officially the most unfollowed person here on TikTok, and he is truly losing followers at a rapid pace. Yeah, I am not kidding. Here's a real-time follower tracker of KSI's followers here on TikTok. He is currently losing a follower every single second. And if you do the math, that means that he will likely lose roughly around 80,000 followers today.
Yeah, this seems like a huge problem for his ego, because if you don't know, he left the Sidemen because he thought he's too good for it, because he was getting more views than the Sidemen group themselves.
Bro, like for me, I told the boys that I'm going to overtake them in views and subs eventually.
Fuck, you know.
And
how many? I mean, who does the?
I have overtaken them in views last month.
You're quite competitive, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm very competitive. So it's.
But when you say the boys, I mean, who are the big content creators?
Sidemen.
Yeah, I know, but Harry doesn't really make.
No, as the group.
Oh, you're outperforming the Sidemen channel.
I'm outperforming the Sidemen channel. Yeah. Oh no, we don't need club.
And turn the Sidemen into the Sidemen.
What?
For real? Fuck, you know. But you are the Sidemen.
No, but a lot of people said I wouldn't be able to do it because they were like, "Oh, YouTube is hard, and it's different these days."
Yeah.
And yeah, for you to do it by yourself, it's gonna be crazy because obviously Sidemen is this massive thing that's been going on for ages. And I said, "All right, watch," and now I
did it.
Done it.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is,
Yeah, this is a huge misjudgment from his side because the 100 million views he's talking about are not from the videos he uploaded. Most of those views are from a short video which somehow went viral and gained like 90 million views. He took that one short as proof of him being better than the Sidemen. This is a huge misjudgment because if you guys don't know, shorts get viral easily. Like some short might get a lot of views just because of how the algorithm is set. For example, look at this short from a random kid in India. Yeah, this video doesn't have anything truly different that makes it gain 4 billion views. You sometimes just get lucky in the short space. That doesn't mean that this kid from India can compete with MrBeast now. Funny enough, he continues in the same video by saying that he can surpass MrBeast someday.
And then it's just keep it up, and then it's like, all right, cool. I'm looking at Speed now. I need to try and get more views than Speed.
Yeah.
And I need to get more.
You're on smoke. You're on smoke.
Yeah. And then after Speed, who's next?
Yeah.
Until I get to Jimmy. And then it's like, yeah, me and Jimmy going back to back.
This is funny because KSI is like 5 years older than MrBeast and is still trying to compete with him on the basis of views.
I look at Jimmy and I go, bro, I can do what he does and better and more. Bro,
he's built a 500-person team of
yes,
killers.
I know, but I can do that as well.
I love the optimism.
He's a host, but I can also be more than just a host. I can show more personality.
He doesn't want to have too much personality in his videos because the second you have too much personality, you put off other people. There's certain people that won't like you.
You can't get to 100 million views across the world with your personality.
With
no
too
one can
much.
do it.
I want to be the guy that can get 100 million without having to be a robot.
I'm very excited to see it.
Okay.
I invite you to do it and I will enjoy watching.
Yes, we are talking about the same MrBeast who has literally 500 million subscribers. Like, how delusional do you have to be to think that you could even come close to beating the most viewed YouTuber in the world? And that too from just one viral short. He continues to copy MrBeast as he uploaded this video, which was a similar format to MrBeast's videos.
One of us is a real KSI. Can you find me? Aha! I'm here. Well, let's see if a subscriber can find me. Aaron, you have 10 seconds to find the real KSI. If you do, you win $1,000.
Okay, right. Okay, this is kind of crazy. There's a lot going on. I can't see the back row. So maybe you could be hiding in the back row. I'm locking in number 22.
Congratulations! You have won $1,000!
Yeah, this video got only 300,000 views even after copying MrBeast, and bro thinks he can beat him. Anyway, many people are hating on his editor, whose name is Mo. The main reason for them hating him is because a lot of people think that the reason why KSI left the Sidemen was because of him, because he edits and manages KSI's videos and stuff. And because KSI has switched his content into MrBeast style and was getting some good views, that is, up until he left the Sidemen. But anyways, he was getting good views till last month, so probably his editor just said that he could beat MrBeast and the Sidemen if he works alone. That's why people are hating on his editor, which is logical if you think about it. First, KSI used to react to Reddit, and now he's a clone of MrBeast, which was also his editor's plan maybe. But hating this editor just for suggesting content is not a good idea, because ultimately it was KSI himself who betrayed his friends and his fans. His fans are, however, not happy with his transformation and are mass unsubscribing.
Wait, nah, people unsubscribing. Nah, stop, guys, stop! Guys! Stop! No, guys, stop! No, stop. No, they're unsubscribing. This is the worst thing I want. No, guys, why? Stop! No, this is, bro, we need them to stop. They're just unsubscribing. Brother, no, I'm straight, bro. No, they're unsubscribed by the hundreds. No, what? No, guys, my hard work. You're ruining it. Guys, bro, I've lost like 400 subscribers.
That is not because of him leaving the Sidemen, it's an old clip that people are circulating for clout. KSI's forehead has gotten worse, but people are currently campaigning to unsubscribe from him on all platforms. Look at this post. If you don't unsubscribe from all things KSI, you are lame. And this is a comparison of his followers. Yes, a mass unfollowing is happening 1,000 times bigger than Vex Boltz's. Who is Vex Boltz? Breaking: KSI loses 600,000 Instagram followers as fans launch mass unfollowing unfollow campaign amid growing Sidemen departure controversy. You can see the comparison in these two images. And now if you go and look at it, KSI's followers on Instagram have dropped to 12.9 million. So yeah, the downfall doesn't seem to be stopping. It's funny because he said in an interview that he is more popular than Speed himself.
Who do you think's more famous? Me or Speed?
Speed, mate.
You're mental, bro. You're just living in this bubble.
What are you on about? I'm sorry, mate. Like,
you know, he's the president of UK Ballers. Ballers themselves said, we're bringing in a guest next week, which clears any previous talent.
Speed.
Yeah.
No. No. Like, that was
Sports.
one person. But in terms of stats, in terms of how long a person's been in the scene.
JJ, you're the greatest. What I'm saying...
don't say it like that.
The fact that he thinks that this guy is in the bubble while he himself is being delusional is crazy. It's like gaslighting at its peak, but he is gaslighting himself. I know he's not more popular than Speed himself. If it was 6 or 7 years ago, surely he would be popular, because back then Speed was not that huge of a name. But now he has like 60 million subscribers, bro. And he has a freaking official World Cup song, and he's collaborating with FIFA and stuff. So I don't understand how KSI thinks that he's more popular than Speed, whilst clearly Speed has more subscribers than both of KSI's channels and even KSI's Instagram account. And the fun fact is Speed is 10 years younger than KSI and is still smarter than him. He does not have this delusional midlife crisis that KSI is having. In fact, Speed never brags about his followers or tries to copy someone. I mean, surely he makes shorts just like MrBeast and stuff, but still it's to get more reach and to hit the algorithm. And also, Speed doesn't catch pointless controversies, he streams, does his job, travels, is happy and makes people happy, whilst KSI just hops on trends and catches controversies like the Dan TDM one.
Stay mad, Dan TDM fans. Womp womp.
Compares himself with others.
I'm the greatest when it comes to this YouTube boxing scene. I think for me, it's just constantly showing everyone like why I feel like I'm better than Jake, and I'm gonna constantly show that with each person that I fight. And no matter who it is in front of me, I'm just gonna take it out, bro. I'm gonna destroy.
And lives in his own bubble of ego and delusion.
Like I said before, I'm the one that can see John Cena. Yeah, I'm the one that knows Victoria's Secret. I'm the one that knows what the dog is doing. I'm that guy. I'm him. When I go into a gym, treadmills do push-ups. That's how it is, bro. I'm that guy.
Now let's talk about an article. A secret insider pal from the group confirms a few things. The article shows that there is more reason for KSI to leave the Sidemen because there were clashes between the members of the group. They were mocking him and stuff, and also they knew that he was about to leave the group, but in the statement they gave, they just said that it was a sudden thing and they did not have time for a proper farewell. Inside KSI's exit from the Sidemen, as his pals confirm, he was frozen out. So basically this says that KSI was deliberately excluded, alienated, or given the cold shoulder by the rest of the group. Basically, according to him, he was being ignored by the group and his massive ego couldn't tolerate ignorance. I don't think it was that serious of an ignorance, probably a member just forgot to say good morning someday and his massive ego was triggered. Your ego needs to be as weak as a coughing baby to get mad at your friends not inviting you for a COD match. Small disagreements happen among friends, but that doesn't mean you try to compete with all of them and leave a 13-year-old friend group. This article continues by stating that the group knew that KSI was going to leave but didn't do anything about the farewell, but were shocked when he suddenly left the group. Well, for this, I think they were taking it as a joke, because you wouldn't expect a 13-year former member to leave your group suddenly by announcing it in a video. I guess he expects them to just casually ready a farewell video months in advance expecting him to leave. The Sidemen responded by posting a statement claiming the news came as a surprise to us, which friends of KSI claim fueled a wave of online abuse against him. But the same friends say he actually informed them of his plans in April, as they branded the group's handling of his departure at the time a total classless act. They said KSI made every effort to handle the situation privately and respectfully behind the scenes while continuing to fulfill Sidemen commitments. So, according to this insider, Sidemen members secretly wanted to reflect hate onto KSI by claiming that they didn't know about it. But yeah, I think it's cap. And yeah, we also don't know who this pal is. This has some other stuff you can pause and read, but yeah, it just says that the boys were caught off guard. They knew about him leaving, but didn't expect the sudden timing. Like, again, you can't expect them to make a farewell video months in advance. That too in the busy schedule they are in. It again talks about the filming schedule they have, which even Toby talked about in his livestream.
Like 3 days of Sidemen shoot is not the same as 3 days of Britain's Got Talent. Because that 3 days of Sidemen shoot is 3 days that have to be synced with 6 other people's days. Does that make sense? So when you look at it that way, all of our actual individual lives will, by proxy, revolve around the Sidemen calendar. It revolves around the Sidemen calendar. And then you put in everything else around it because the Sidemen calendar is the hardest thing to organize. When JJ said he's had to take a step back from Sidemen to give himself more time for family, right now his life is Sidemen calendar, then family and his goals around that. Him taking a step back from Sidemen is now going to allow him to put family as the core bit of his calendar, and he can build in his goals around that, but he's never ever neglecting family. Now remember I said he's driven. If he doesn't feel like he has a purpose, whether he's with family or not, he's not going to be himself, and I'm sure they're not going to want him to be like that. And I'm not going to want him to be like that, and he's not going to want to be like that. So the fact that he's now taken a step back from Sidemen, as much as I didn't want that, and I don't think he really wanted that either. I think he struggled with it for a long time, and you know, there was talk of different ways to try and sort things, but in the end he had to make the decision. As much as he didn't want that, that will now allow him to have his family at the center of everything and put in the shoots around things. So if you see him doing like 200 million shoots, just know that he's built that around his family and he has nothing else to devote his time to. And he's gonna be his full driven KSI that, you know, we all, like I said, grew up to know and love.
Yeah, this point is also kinda lame, cause KSI has time to make this MrBeast slop and pop the balloon videos, but he doesn't have time to make Sidemen videos? That's cap. It's such a financial drop for him too. Like, the Sidemen channels give him a huge cut, and even their products or merch have a huge margin for him too. But he decides to keep it all aside and make this brain rot content, bro? Like, what goes on inside his massive head, bro?
567!
The article continues about the same proper farewell thing, but honestly, I couldn't care less.
Thoughts on KSI leaving the Sidemen?
Couldn't give a fuck. I've never watched the Sidemen in my life. I didn't even know that the Sidemen existed really until I did a TV show called Inside. Mm-hmm. I've obviously heard of them, but it's just not my thing at all. It's more of a younger generation thing, isn't it? The Sidemen, it's like young.
But you were on their show.
I was on the show, yeah. But I say up until then, I just didn't know the relationship. I didn't know any of the names. I still don't know the names now. All I know is KSI and who's that ginger one?
Ginger one, never Angry Ginge. He's not part of the Sidemen.
No.
Exactly, who cares? But this paragraph is something interesting. According to The Insider, KSI had to stay in a different hotel away from the boys because of his decision to leave the group. There were situations behind the scenes far more uncomfortable than what people saw publicly. But KSI still turned up, fulfilled his commitments, and to this day has never once publicly criticized the group. It therefore remains unclear how the farewell video he deserved would realistically have been possible under the circumstances. This insider is definitely biased towards KSI. This statement just talks as if KSI was the one victim here, and it portrays it as if the group were the bad people. And the way this insider is biased towards KSI, I'm 100% sure it's his manager or his editor who is snitching on the group. They are trying to villainize the boys and make things account towards KSI so that the internet hate happening towards him right now could calm down, as we already saw that he's losing a lot of followers and people are turning against him. So this article is just a try to throw dirt on the rest of the group, saying that they are biased and hateful towards KSI and he's being the victim here. This article also states as if the boys never had a farewell plan for him and it was all a lie to show them as a good group. So the feud might be real, but I don't think that the boys would turn against him for making MrBeast copy videos. Obviously he is ambitious, trying to compete with MrBeast, but as much as I know the rest of the boys, I'm sure they would support his cause instead of alienating him. The friend claims other members of the group have spoken openly in the past about wanting to step away, and those controversies were handled very differently, and they claim the group would often make him feel guilty for making his own life a priority. This insider is definitely trying to portray the boys as villains. Like, bro, how can we trust a random guy who doesn't even share his identity and say that he's not lying? This is just a PR stunt to reduce the heat KSI is getting on the internet. The pal added that for years, KSI operated with an intensity very few people could realistically sustain. Between 10 hours in shoots, Netflix shows, boxing, television, music, and constant public pressure. He reached the point where he realized how much he struggled to put his all into everything, and hated disappointing the boys, who would often make him feel guilty for making his own life a priority. But this statement just says that KSI is working too hard, but the boys are hating on him for doing so much. Firstly, bro, no one cares about KSI's music, and I didn't even know that KSI had a Netflix show. He himself tried to keep his legs in multiple boats, and now when all the boats are sinking, he sends his editor to snitch on the boys. That just shows how much of a high-intensity person KSI is.
6-7! 6-7!
He has grinded hard for years to make content with the boys while doing all the other crazy things in his life. Bro, making music and boxing and stuff is his own idea. To say that he's doing a lot of things and he's working hard, no one really cares about those things. People who followed KSI even back in the days just followed because he was entertaining. He was making fun videos and was genuinely a funny YouTuber. No one really gives a fuck about his music career. I can just start making music tomorrow, make MrBeast copy videos, challenge random people on the internet for boxing, and consider myself a boxer, music artist, and a highly respectable internet content creator. But that doesn't give me a right to say that I'm doing a lot of things but no one is supporting me, because genuinely no one would care. He deserves more time with family, loved ones, and the freedom to enjoy creating content again without constantly feeling tied to obligation or expectation. Bro, no one expects him to make Sidemen videos anymore because obviously he has left the group. He can spend time with his family, but rather he chooses to snitch on the boys and make MrBeast clone videos. No one is stopping him from spending time with his family. He himself is deciding to make brainrot content. KSI was already one of the biggest creators in the country long before the Sidemen became what they are today. The pal says he remains hugely ambitious, hugely creative, and incredibly excited for the next chapter of his career. Bro, this freaking pal is literally riding KSI as if he owes him his life. KSI was already one of the biggest creators because he was making good content back in the day. People used to love him, and currently KSI is not one of the biggest creators. There are multiple people who have surpassed him, but his huge ego does not love to accept that a lot of people are more talented and more entertaining than him. This wasn't a decision made out of ego or resentment. It came from years of pressure, exhaustion, and trying to balance impossible demands. He is disappointed that the reality of that has been publicly downplayed through strategic statements which have ultimately generated online hate towards him. Bro, the strategic statements were not given by the group, but rather it was given in this same article that they are talking about. We are 100% sure that it's KSI's editor, and the group just said that they wanted to make a freaking farewell video. There are no other statements that they gave that would downplay KSI's image. This guy literally states as if the group has applied all the rules of the 48 laws of power against KSI. It's as if the entire group made a war strategy against him and villainized him. This statement is crazy to say. Bro, no one cares about KSI's image because it's already bad. The group is not trying to 1v6 him. They couldn't care less because they are continuing to make their videos. They are not stuck in KSI's departure. It's he himself that is stuck in the same freaking case. It's just like how KSI was hating on DanTDM even when DanTDM was not even responding. Bro, the world doesn't care. It's he himself being stuck in the same freaking dirt and throwing dirt at himself. And this press statement from the insider just made it worse. The friend claimed it raises the question of whether the group prioritized protecting the Sidemen brand over protecting a friend of more than a decade. The friend also claimed the group continuously overstepped the mark, including one example where they mocked him as a loser after his controversial boxing defeat to Tommy Fury in a video. Okay, the mocking for the Tommy Fury match is not that big of a deal, bro. We all mock our friends. It doesn't mean that we hate them. And the statement that the group prioritized the Sidemen brand over protecting the friend just states that the insider wanted the boys to just upload videos and talk about not hating on KSI when he is getting hate now. To be honest, it's not their problem to deal with, because it's he himself who threw dirt on himself. The boys are not responsible for his mistakes, so they do not need to give clarifications and stop the hate against him. The way KSI is losing followers and the way the views are dropping, I think his manager panicked because they probably expected to get a lot of views just like last month, but the bubble has popped, and now they realize that they have been delusional, and it was just one video that hit 90 million views which contributed to the views flex he did last month. But snitching on the boys is such a bad move, which will end up very bad for KSI.
The pal said, "The boys put a loser sign above KSI's head after losing a fight he put his life into, which really affected him and was passed off as banter. Some of the boys were clearly pleased with the result because it would mean he would spend more time doing Sidemen videos for them." Yeah, this is the clip where the boys put a loser banner over his head. And yeah, again, the mocking and stuff is not that serious. We all mock our friends. It's not like they are jealous of him because he does music and boxing. They couldn't care less. Just like Harry doesn't even care about his channels because he genuinely only likes making Sidemen content.
I do actually want to upload a video soon, but I also at the same time don't.
You said like you hope that you do one this year.
It's just so much effort now, man. Like the standard of, not just for my channel, the standard of making a video in general has gone so high. Like I have no desire to do a create video myself. I love taking part in it. I'd love like going to Chris MD shoots and not having to worry about setting the cameras up and just enjoy. I like enjoying the video.
If he hated KSI, he would have tried to compete with him, and if he had uploaded videos like KSI did, I'm sure that he would be a more popular person than KSI is. Meanwhile, Toby has publicly come to KSI's defense, using a live stream to condemn the abhorrent racial abuse and death threats directed towards KSI and his team, while also shedding light on the reality behind the scenes. Addressing the online backlash, he said, "I've seen a lot of negativity towards JJ and members of his team, and first of all, you know what I'm going to say about sending abuse to people. All of that. Stop being dangheads, bro. You don't have to abuse people to get your point across. You don't have to send people death threats or racial abuse to get your point across. People need to really understand what it is like to be in the Sidemen." This is the Toby video they are talking about. And yeah, in this video, Toby just defended KSI and the hate towards his team. The way the insider is explaining the stuff here just proves that it's his manager who is the insider, because he is too supportive towards Toby for releasing the statement. And we all know that KSI's manager was getting hate at that time. I mean, probably because KSI expects the rest of the group to come forward and make a statement just to stop the hate towards him, which is genuinely ridiculous to think about because KSI didn't go to the boys to ask for this protection against the hate, but rather he went to a freaking news firm and snitched about the boys and said it was as if it was their responsibility to throw off all the hate directed towards him. This is the dumbest move he has made, and as we know of him, this is the type of move he does.
My success is hugely because of the Sidemen, and that's why I would never end the Sidemen or leave the Sidemen.
The article then continues with what Toby said in the video. The insider is trying to defend KSI by saying that whatever Toby has said is very true about him because the insider has set whatever Toby has said as a pinnacle of certainty because it was in his favor. Bro, whatever Toby said is because he is a friend and he doesn't want people to hate on KSI. That doesn't mean that KSI is a good person who doesn't have an ego at all. All the hate he is getting is because of the stuff he has done, mainly lying about family time whilst making MrBeast copy videos. The problem with the insider is not that people are hating on him, but rather that the group did not come to defend this guy and only Toby came for it. That's a bold expectation when you literally betray the group you were in for 13 years. The article continues with, "The Sidemen themselves have hinted at differing opinions behind the scenes about KSI's exit. They said how it was difficult for us to address the situation and has taken some time because we're a group and not an individual. We don't have a spokesperson as such, and each of our opinions and feelings differ, which is why we're using this shared statement." This again is about how the group had different opinions on KSI leaving. Like, bro, if your friend betrays you after 13 years of being in the same group, definitely you would be mad at him. Some might support him and some might not be in his favor. You can't expect the entire group to put out statements that they are in favor of him leaving. This is just a stupid expectation and an attempt to reflect the hate that KSI is getting towards the group and villainize them. Tell me what you guys think about it. Is this insider snitching the second worst decision KSI has taken after leaving the group? What's your opinion on it at the end of the day?